Good morning, everyone. My name is MightyStream. Going to do our March 31st, just for today, in a meditation. I greet you this morning. I hope you're doing well. The title of today's meditation, Insides and Outsides. Our real value is in being ourselves. That comes from the basic text, page 105. As we work the steps, we're bound to discover some basic truths about ourselves. The process of uncovering our secrets, exposing them, and searching our characters reveals our true nature. As we become acquainted with ourselves, we'll need to make a decision to be just who we are. We may want to take a look at what we present to our fellow addicts in the world and see if it matches up with what we've discovered inside. Do we pretend that nothing bothers us when in truth we're very sensitive? Do we cover our insecurities with obnoxious jokes? Or do we share our fears with someone? Do we dress like a teenager when we're approaching 40 and are basically conservative? We may want to take another look at those things which we thought weren't us. Maybe we've avoided NA activities because we don't like crowds. Or maybe we have a secret dream of changing careers, but have put off taking action because our dream wasn't really right for us. As we attain a new understanding of ourselves, we'll want to adjust our behavior accordingly. We want to be genuine examples of who we are. Just for today, I will check my outsides to make sure they match my insides. I will try to act on the growth I've experienced in recovery. Let's take a moment of silence followed by the we version of Serenity Prayer. Moment of silence now, please. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things that we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Just for today, please and thank you. This meditation is an interesting one, isn't it? Because I'm sure if you're anything like me, when you're talking about my insides and my outsides matching, I've spent more of my life of them not matching than I have of them matching. So quite definitely, I can relate to this meditation. I'm sure that you can too. So let me start straight out the gate with this one. Let me say that I want to make sure that you, whoever you are listening, that you do understand that it is quite natural for us to not have our insides and outsides matching. It is a behavior that we've learned, quite honestly, probably all of our lives. Only time that they probably genuinely matched were when we were babies. If you read the triangle of self-obsession, that IP, you will find that it tells a truth about the difference between when we were a baby compared to who we are today. We didn't have a reason as children to change how we felt. We didn't know that we needed to, right? If we were upset, we cried. If we were uncomfortable, we cried. If something happened in the middle of crying that was funny, we laughed, we smiled, and went straight back to crying. We didn't really know that we needed to hide what we felt. We learned that behavior, and many of us became quite good at it. But now we are learning that our real value is in being ourselves. What? I've been running around here living life, faking everything. And I come to Narcotics Anonymous to be told that my real value is in being myself. I'm gonna have to get used to that one. I haven't really ever been anywhere where someone told me, just be yourself. I mean, they might have said it, but I didn't get the impression that they were serious when they told me, don't do this and don't do that. And you need to act this way. Or don't let them see you cry. Why not? Oh, okay. Can you relate? I'm sure you can. Okay, let's do a temperature check. Okay. Let's do a temperature check and then we'll cut it short for today. Okay? Let's do a temperature check. Other than my voice, me doing the meditation, if you're driving, obviously I want you to stay focused. Right? Let's go back. Check the time on your clock, right? Let's go back 48 hours. We don't even have to go that far. Let's go back 24 hours. Let's go back to yesterday at the same time and count up in your mind how many times you presented something different than what you actually felt. Meaning you were thinking something, but your face or your reaction presented something different. Go ahead. I'll wait. Are you done? Okay. I can count twice that my mind and what I was feeling was completely different than what I presented. Then I can count at least twice that what I was thinking and what I was feeling, I made a conscious decision to voice them in that moment because I was fed up. You see? So here are 4 situations that occurred yesterday where 2 of them, I bit my tongue, even though I was feeling a certain way. I chose to be what I would consider polite in public. And then when I couldn't stand anymore, almost as easily as I had bit my tongue and presented something different than what I was feeling, I decided to present the truth. It didn't slip out. I presented the truth. And when I got done, I thought to myself, well, there it is. Let's see where this goes. Because I was voicing an opinion that everybody else around me was also thinking. Okay. So I was the one that stood up. Yeah. See, because we do it all the time. We say yes when we mean no. We go places we don't really want to be. We present an outside appearance that doesn't match what our insides are. We dress to impress when we don't feel like it. Sometimes, based on what we're wearing, people can't really even tell how old we are. We might be 60 years old running around with sagging pants and a jersey, looking like we're some young buck out there, and coming to find out, no, 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 no. And it's pretty obvious that you are not 18, right? And women do it too. We women do it too. Today, let's not do that. Today, let's say this. Let's agree. Let's check our outsides to make sure that they match our inside. Try to act on the growth you've experienced in your recovery. It's okay. It's totally okay. It's okay to have a group of friends, and maybe y'all have been used to gossiping and talking about people, sometimes quite easily in their face. It's okay to stop doing that. It's okay to speak up and say, hey, you know what? They probably don't even realize they're coming across like that. Which one of us want to say something to them and just pull their coat and, talk to them? Probably no one. Because people rather present something that's not real than present the truth. So today, let's just make a decision to make sure our insides and our outsides are matching. Some lady was complimenting me on my hair, and I thought that was marvelous. But because of the number of compliments I get about the length of my hair and the thickness of my hair, I'm just genuinely relaxed about saying thank you. I always say thank you. And I appreciate it, but I don't dole over my hair. I take care of it. And something, I don't know what it was, when she complimented me on my hair, she was just in awe of my hair. And I said, thank you. When she turned to walk away, she didn't realize that my eyes were following her as she walked away. She turned around and rolled, I mean, literally, as though she did not have any idea that I would be watching her as she walked away. And it wasn't like, let me watch her. It was really quite natural for her to be in my line of vision. I didn't have to turn my head a whole direction to watch her. If I kept looking in the same direction that she was standing when she complimented me, I could see her for another 4 feet walking away without any effort. And I said, thank you. Just like that. And as I'm watching her walk away, she turns to the person she's with, makes a comment, and looks back at me and cuts her eyes so tough. And in that moment, the expression on her face was like, wow, I just got caught being fake. And I nodded. Yes. Your compliment about my hair didn't mean nothing. Apparently. You could have kept that comment. You could have kept it. Didn't nobody ask you to compliment me? And now, just because I happen to be attentive, I happen to see that you don't have any goodwill towards me. None. And it was quite interesting. It was not uncomfortable for me, but if you could have seen her face, it was extremely uncomfortable for her. No one asked her to compliment me. This is what I'm talking about, guys. We don't have to volunteer to be dishonest. We don't have to volunteer to tell a lie. There is no need for us to lie today. We can bite our tongues and not say anything. My mama taught me if you don't have nothing good to say, don't say anything at all. I wish I practiced that more often. But I don't have to volunteer a lie. No one is asking us to be two people at the same time. No one is asking us to be anything, as a matter of fact. Most of the things we think we need to be is because we put that pressure on us. Be genuine. Just because I'm genuine doesn't mean that everyone's going to receive me. I don't know if she was expecting more energy. I have no idea. I was mid-conversation with someone else and was interrupted with the compliment. And so I said, thank you. And what would have been natural would for me to go back to the discussion, but I was giving it some time because it was an interruption. It was a beautiful compliment. And I just wanted to acknowledge that. I didn't get crazy with it. Oh, girl, thank you. No, it's not. No. I know that my hair is beautiful because I take really good care of it and I take time to take care of it. And I spend a lot of money for it to be taken care of. But I wasn't arrogant in any kind of way. I just know that I get probably in a big crowd, probably a easy 20, 25 compliments on my hair when I'm in a big crowd. It's quite natural. I don't like it when people touch it, and I might kind of pull away a little bit. But other than that, I just keep it basic. Thank you. Because that's what's appropriate. I didn't volunteer anything other than that. What's the point? Be yourself. The real value is in being yourself. And the more we practice being ourselves, the more second nature it will become. We don't have to put on airs today. We have come through a war zone and gotten to Narcotics Anonymous. There are going to be plenty of other battles to fight in recovery. And intentionally being two people or two-faced or dishonest about what we really feel is not one that we have to do here. I know that sounds kind of funny, but it's not one that we have to do here. I mean, we don't. If you're not in a good mood today, you don't have to speak to anybody. I think it will be somewhat impolite, but what does it matter what I think? You can roll out with speak when spoken to. You don't have to initiate not one single conversation with one person today if you don't want to. You don't have to wear heels and dress up. You don't have to go to the church for Easter. You don't have to do any of those things today. A lot of the unrealistic expectations are ones that we have set for ourselves. The mask must go. I want for you to be encouraged today. I want for you to have a beautiful day on purpose. I want you to be yourself today. I intend to, and I am going to have a beautiful day. Talk to you tomorrow.